Hello friends, welcome to my channel Learning Electronics. In this lecture, we are going to study semi-converter in the symmetrical configuration with resistive load. So before starting the video, please subscribe my channel and also press the bell icon so that you can get more updated videos from here. Semi-converter is also called as half-controlled converter. So the semi-converter with resistive load has 4 operating modes in symmetrical configuration. Mode number 1, mode number 2, mode number 3 and mode number 4. Mode number 1 goes from omega t is equal to alpha to pi. Mode number 2 goes from omega t is equal to pi plus alpha. Mode number 3 goes from omega t is equal to pi plus alpha to omega t is equal to 2 pi. And mode number 4 goes from omega t is equal to 2 pi to omega t is equal to 2 pi plus alpha. In the last class, we have studied the semi-converter with inductive load, and inductor has the property to store the energy, but a resistor cannot store energy in it. So since in this semi-converter circuit we are using resistive load, the freewheeling does not takes place in the semiconductor with resistive load, as the resistive load cannot store any energy in it. So first we are going to study the mode number 1. Mode number 1 is studied during the positive half cycle of the AC input signal. During the positive half cycle of the AC input signal, this A point of the AC mains becomes positive and this B point of the AC mains becomes negative. So due to this positive will transfer here to the P side of this S1 SCR, and this S1 SCR will go into the forward bias condition, and this positive will transfer to the N side of this D2 diode. Therefore this D2 diode will go into the reverse bias condition. That means it will act as open circuit. Now this negative sign will go to the P side of this SCR2. Therefore this SCR2 will go into the reverse bias condition, and this negative sign will go to the N side of this D1 diode. Therefore this D1 diode will go into the forward bias condition and starts conducting. So in the positive half cycle, when omega t is equal to alpha, that means at firing angle, when a gate pulse is given to the gate terminal of this SCR1 which is in forward bias condition, this SCR1 starts conducting. That means it will go into the on condition. So in the mode number 1, the S1 SCR and D1 diode will start conducting, and S2 thyristor and D2 diode will be in the off condition and they will act as open circuit. So when we remove this both devices from the circuit will look like this. So here we can see that the load current is flowing in the clockwise direction in this circuit from positive to negative. So the polarity of the load voltage will be positive on the X point and negative on the Y point. Okay, in this condition, because we are using the resistive load, the load current VL and load voltage IL will be in phase with each other. That means the shape of the load voltage waveform will be equal to the shape of the load current waveform here, because both the load current and load voltage will be in phase with each other because we are using the resistive load here. What will be the source current? It will come like this. That means the source current will be equal to load current here. So we will get source current is equal to load current, and load voltage will be equal to VI here. That means the load voltage will be equal to input voltage. Now we will see the voltage and current values of different devices connected in this circuit in the first mode of operation. The S1 SCR is on and D1 diode is on, D2 is off and S2 is also off. So what will be the current through the S1? ISCR1 will be equal to load current IL, and what will be the voltage across it? Because it is on, so it will considered as a short circuit in the ideal condition. So the voltage across it VSCR1 will be equal to 0. Now we will take SCR2. SCR2 is off, that means current through this SCR ISCR2 will be equal to 0, and voltage across this SCR will be equal to input voltage VI, as it will act as open circuit. Now we will take D1 diode. D1 diode is on, therefore voltage across this diode VD1 will be equal to 0, but the current through this diode will be equal to load current IL. Now we will take D2 diode. D2 diode is off, therefore the current through this diode ID2 will be equal to 0 and the voltage across this diode will be equal to input voltage Vi because it will act as open circuit. So these are the condition of voltage and current for this mode number 1. Now we will understand mode number 2. This mode number 2 is studied during the negative half cycle of the AC input signal from the instant omega t is equal to pi to omega t is equal to pi plus alpha. So when negative half cycle comes into this circuit, then this A terminal of the AC mains become negative and this B terminal of the AC mains becomes positive. This negative sign will shift to the P side of this S1 SCR. So this S1 SCR will go into the reverse bias condition, and when this negative sign goes into the N side of this D2 diode, this D2 diode will go into the forward bias condition, and the positive polarity at the B terminal will go to this P side of this S2 SCR. So this S2 SCR will go into the forward bias condition, and when this positive sign will go to the N side of this D1 diode, this D1 diode will go into the reverse bias condition. Eventually it turn off. So here two devices, that is S1 SCR and D1 diode, will be in the turn off condition when negative half cycle is applied to this circuit. But here D2 diode is in forward bias condition, but it cannot conduct current because this SCR2 is in forward bias condition, but it will conduct only when gate pulse is given to this SCR. So until and unless gate pulse is given to this SCR, this SCR2 cannot conduct. Therefore, all these devices S1, S2, D1, D2 will act as open circuit here. That means the input main circuit will be disconnected from the load circuit here. So what happens? The source current Is will be equal to 0, the load current will be equal to 0, and since the load is disconnected from the source, the load voltage is also equal to 0 here. Now we'll see the condition of currents of all these devices S1, S2, D1, D2 in this mode number 2. First one is S1 SCR. S1 SCR is open circuit, therefore current through this device will be equal to 0. S2 is also open, so current through this device is also equal to 0. D1, D2 is also open, so current through this device is also equal to 0. And since the source is disconnected from the load, therefore source current is also equal to 0. Load voltage is also equal to 0 because the load is disconnected from the source. Next mode is mode number 3. Mode number 3 is also studied during the negative half cycle of the AC input signal from the instant pi plus alpha to 2 pi. So at instant omega t is equal to pi plus alpha, this S2 SCR is given a gate pulse. Okay, so when negative half cycle of the AC input signal is coming into the circuit, this A terminal of the AC mains becomes negative and this B terminal of the AC mains becomes positive again. This negative sign at this A terminal will go to the P side of this S1 SCR. So this S1 SCR will go into the reverse bias condition. That means it will go to the off condition. And when this negative sign goes to the N side of this D2 diode, this diode will go into the forward bias condition and eventually goes to the on condition. Now this positive at the B terminal will go to the P side of this S2 SCR. So this S2 SCR will go into the forward bias condition, and when this positive sign go to the N side of this D1 diode, this D1 diode will go into the reverse bias condition and eventually go to the off condition. Okay, so at omega t is equal to pi plus alpha, when triggering pulse is given to the gate terminal of this SCR2, this SCR2 will go into the on condition at omega t is equal to pi plus alpha. So now in the mode number 3, two devices will be conducting, that is S2 SCR and D2 diode. Now the circuit will look like this after eliminating S1 SCR and D1 diode from the circuit. Now here we can see that the load current will flow in the clockwise direction like this. So the load current is coming like this and source current should go like this. That means source current will be equal to minus of load current in this mode number 3. So what is the load voltage? Load voltage polarity will be plus on the x point, minus on the y point, because the current is entering at this x point and leaving at this y point. That means the current which was flowing before in the mode number 1, the same current is flowing in the mode number 3 also. So the polarity of the output voltage will not change. So here the output voltage or load voltage is equal to plus Vi we are getting, and source current will be equal to minus of IL we are getting. Now what is the condition of the current and voltages of these devices connected in mode number 3? Here S1 thyristor is off and D1 diode is off, S2 is on and D2 is on. So on devices has current equal to load current. So S2 current will be equal to IL, D2 current will be equal to IL, and D1 is off, so D1 current will be equal to 0, S1 current will be equal to 0 here. So what is the voltage across this device? VSCR1 will be equal to input voltage. Here VSCR2 will be equal to 0 because it is in the on condition. D1 is off, therefore VD1 will be equal to Vi, and D2 is on, therefore VD2 is equal to 0 here. So these are the condition of voltage and currents for these devices connected in mode number 3. Now last mode is mode number 4. Mode number 4 is studied during the positive half cycle of the AC input signal from the instant 2 pi to 2 pi plus alpha. That means before next triggering pulse applied to the SCR S1, we will study the mode number 4. So during the positive half cycle of the AC input signal in the mode number 4, this A terminal of the AC mains become positive, this B terminal will be negative. Now this positive will go to the P side of this S1 SCR. So this S1 SCR will go into the forward bias condition, and this positive will go to the N side of this D2 diode. So D2 diode will be in the off condition, and this negative sign will go to the P side of this S2 SCR. So this S2 SCR will go into the off condition. Before in this mode number 3 it was conducting, but now when mode number 4 comes, it will go to the reverse bias condition and eventually turn off. And when this negative sign go to the N side of this D1 diode, this D1 diode go into the forward bias condition. Here we can see that this S1 SCR is in forward bias, but until and unless we give a gate pulse to this gate of this SCR, this cannot turn off. That means it will act as open circuit, or you can say that it cannot conduct current until and unless we apply gate pulse to this device. So it will act as open circuit in this mode number 4. So here three devices S1, S2 and D2 are open circuit, therefore D1 will also disconnected from the circuit. That means here in this mode the input supply Vi will be disconnected from the load circuit. So all the devices S1, S2, D1, D2 will act as open circuit in this mode. So what is the current through these devices? Current through these devices will be equal to 0, and source current is disconnected from the load, so source current will be 0, load current will be 0, load voltage will be equal to 0. Now we will understand the output waveforms of the semi-converter in the symmetrical configuration with resistive load. So first we will take the mode number 1. Mode number 1 starts from omega t is equal to alpha and ends at omega t is equal to pi. So at omega t is equal to alpha, when triggering pulse is given to this SCR1, at that time the SCR1 goes into the on condition. So as soon as the SCR1 goes into the on condition, the circuit starts conducting current. So in this mode number 1, S1 will be on and D1 diode will be in the on condition. So current will conduct through this S1 and D1 devices. So in the mode number 1, as we have studied, the load voltage will be equal to the input voltage after the instant omega t is equal to alpha, and it will go up to omega t is equal to pi, as you can see here. But as we are using the resistive load, the load current and load voltage will be in phase with each other. That means the shape of both the waveforms will be same as you can see, but the magnitude or amplitude of this load current waveform will be Vm by R. That means maximum voltage of this voltage waveform will be divided by the resistance value R. Okay, so the amplitude will be equal to Vm by R for the load current. Now we will go to the source current. What will be the source current? Source current will be equal to load current in this first mode of operation. So whatever be the shape of load current, it will be equal to the source current. Now what is SCR1 current and diode 1 current? Since this SCR1 and diode 1 is conducting current and the SCR1 and diode D1 are in series with each other, so these currents will be equal to load current. So whatever be the waveform of the load current, the same waveform will come for the SCR1 current waveform and diode 1 waveform. Now since the SCR2 and diode D2 is off, so they will not conduct current, so we will take it as 0 here in the first mode of operation. Now the second mode of operation will start from omega t is equal to pi to omega t is equal to pi plus alpha. So in between these two instances we have mode number 2. So in the mode number 2, as we have studied, all the switches, that is S1, S2, D1, D2 act as open circuit. Since all are open circuit, so the current flowing through the devices will be equal to 0. Source current will also be equal to 0 because source is disconnected from the load, and load current will also be 0 and load voltage will also be equal to 0 in this mode of operation. Now when mode number 3 comes at omega t is equal to pi plus alpha, at that time this S2 SCR is given a trigger pulse. Okay, and this mode number 3 goes from omega t is equal to pi plus alpha to omega t is equal to 2 pi. When negative half cycle comes into the circuit, what happens? The S2 and D2 devices will be on. That means SCR2 and D2 diode will be on in this mode number 3. So the current conduction will takes place through S2 and D2 in this mode number 3. The load current will be in phase with the load voltage here. So the shape of the waveforms will be same, only the amplitude will be different for the load current, which is equal to Vm by R. And what will be the source current? I have told you in this mode number 3, source current will be equal to minus of load current. That means this signal will be inverted here. Now we will take SCR current and diode currents. So since the SCR1 and diode D1 is off, the current will be 0 in this mode for these devices, and since SCR2 and D2 is conducting, therefore the currents will be equal to load current. So whatever the waveform of the load current, it will come through this SCR2 and D2 also. Next mode is mode number 4. Mode number 4 starts from omega t is equal to 2 pi to omega t is equal to 2 pi plus alpha before the next triggering pulse is given to S1 SCR. Okay, so as we have studied, it is same as mode number 2. That means all the devices are off in this condition. That means no load voltage, no load current, no source current, no SCR currents, no diode currents we will get. Okay, so everything is 0 in this mode number 4 as we have studied in the mode number 2. So after the mode number 4, again mode number 1 starts at the instant 2 pi plus alpha when S1 thyristor is again triggered. So hope you have understood this topic. Thank you very much for watching, and please do subscribe my channel for more updates.